Spending holidays in the Netherlands is an experience that will make your dreams come true. Visit with us its extremely popular capital, Amsterdam, fairy tale towns and villages, and the most iconic places. You will fall in love with its romantic channels and traditions, which you cannot find anywhere else. No matter if you are looking for beautiful nature, world's top museums, or extraordinary tourist attractions, the Netherlands has it all. Haven't you already decided where to go on your visit to the Netherlands? Discover with us the best places to see in this beautiful country, which offers endless tourist attractions. Number 1. Utrecht. Utrecht is a lively city with a picturesque old town full of historical buildings. It is impossible to overlook the 112-meter-high Dom Tower. Built in the 14th century, it is the oldest and highest church tower in Holland. The canals in Utrecht are unbelievably magical, and the most famous one is Oudegracht, meaning Old Canal. Along the canal, you can find restaurants, cafes, and private houses. To experience an entirely different view of the city, take a boat tour or discover Utrecht paddling kayaks with a local guide and make your stay in this medieval city unforgettable. For train lovers interested in the history of the Dutch railways, there is a Dutch National Railway Museum established in 1927. The collection contains many exhibits, including waiting rooms, steam, electric, and diesel locomotives, as well as train and freight cars and trams. Would you like to take a rest? Visit Wilhelmina Park, which is an ideal place for picnics or barbecues and sunbathing in summer. Relax watching geese and ducks enjoying the park right next to you. Welcome to beautiful De Haar Castle, which is the largest castle in Holland. It has turrets, gates, suspension bridges, and is surrounded not only by the ponds and canals, but also 135 acres of parks and gardens. You can visit the castle's interior and admire the main hall as well as some of its rooms. This luxurious castle was renovated between 1892 and 1912 and has 200 rooms. Number 2. Zaanse. If you look for a one-day trip outside Amsterdam, visit the village of Zaanse. You can get here by public transport, by car, and even by bicycle. Visiting this village is like a journey through the centuries, as this place represents the life in Holland in 17th and 18th century. You will see 11 authentic windmills, houses, and handicraft factories. Windmills are the most popular attraction of this place, and you can also visit them inside to see how wind-powered machines work. Some of these windmills were constructed to saw wood, others produced oil, cocoa, or paint. You can also see how famous traditional Dutch footwear, clogs, are made thanks to vintage machine tools. Their history dates back to the 13th century. They adapt to your feet and are very comfortable. You can see Zaanse on foot, on bike, or from the water, as there is a number of boats sailing along the river, from which you can even see cows pasturing on the meadows. Number 3. Marken. Marken used to be a fishing village and belongs to the most charming places in the Netherlands, especially thanks to its characteristic little wooden houses. Because of frequent floods, up until the 17th century, the Dutch used to build their houses on artificially built hills, and then on stakes. You cannot find these houses anywhere else. Today, thanks to the 32-kilometer-long water engineering construction named the Afsluitdijk, which is located approximately only 1 hour from Marken, there are no more floods in the village. It belongs to the most popular tourist attractions in Holland and was built between 1927 and 1933. Marken used to be an island and has become a peninsula thanks to a 1.6-kilometer-long embankment completed in 1957. You can cross it by car, bicycle, or on foot. While walking through Marken, do not miss the Wave, which is a memorial commemorating the terrifying flood which hit the village in 1916. Another must-visit place is the Wooden Shoe Factory. where you can see how wooden clogs were and still are made. You can also buy a pair. Do not miss Paard van Marken Lighthouse, which means Horse of Marken. It was completed in 1839, and it is still operating. Even though you cannot visit the interior, its white tower, red dome, and breathtaking landscape are a dream of every photographer. Number 4. Keukenhof. If you like Dutch tulips and beautiful flowers, Keukenhof, also known as the Garden of Europe, is the right place for you. The largest flower park in the world, opened since 1949, it is a home of more than 7 million flowers. Its gardeners plant the bulbs manually every year. These gardens also contain other flowers, such as orchids, roses, lilies, irises, and many others. The gardens are open only 53 days per year, from mid-March to mid-May, so if you plan a visit, you must come during this period. It is because the flowering time of tulips and other flowers is limited. You can reach the park easily from Amsterdam by public transport, or if you like a long bicycle ride, this can work too, as it is a 2-hour bike ride to get there. Buy the tickets in advance in order to avoid waiting in line. Number 5. Groningen. Groningen belongs to the most picturesque cities in the Netherlands, especially in winter, when you can enjoy ice skating on the frozen canal in the city center. Groningen is dominated by the 15th century Martini Tower. You can climb this 97-meter-high building and enjoy stunning views of the city. The tower is connected to the 13th century Martini Church, which is the oldest in the city. The must-visit place is the Groninger Museum, containing collections of modern and contemporary art of Dutch and international artists. If you want to enjoy nature in the city, visit Noorderplansen, an English landscape-style park. You can jog, walk, or lay on the grass, or discover its ponds, which used to be canals before this place was converted into a park in 19th century. Less than an hour drive east from Groningen, you can find the star-shaped Fortress Bourtange, completed in the late 16th century. It is a home to a historical museum today. You will be enchanted by its medieval atmosphere. If you are in Groningen on December 5th, do not miss the St. Nicholas Parade in the streets. Large crowds of children and adults greet St. Nicholas and his entourage. Number 6. Rotterdam. Welcome to Rotterdam, the architecture city of Holland. If you want to enjoy a spectacular view of the city, visit the Euromast, a 185-meter-high tower completed in 1960, which is surrounded by the English-style Het Park. This lush green park, close to the city center, is a perfect place for barbecues or relaxing. Continue to the historic Delfshaven district, which is one of the very few areas of the city that was not destroyed during the 1940 bombardment of Rotterdam. It is a home to cozy cafes, restaurants, and shops. You will fall in love with its romantic atmosphere. Rotterdam is a world port city, and you cannot miss its Maritime Museum, established in 1986. It contains many attractions, including a lighthouse and many old vessels, such as this 228-meter-long SS Rotterdam, former flagship of the Holland America Line. This fascinating structure is the Market Hall, which consists of offices, apartments, a supermarket, and around 100 food shops. One of Rotterdam's most striking structures is a set of cube houses, completed in 1984. The houses consist of 3 floors. They have a living area of 100 square meters, and all the walls are slanted. One of the houses is open to visitors to check on the interior. Another impressive structure is the White House, completed in 1898. This 43-meter-high Art Nouveau building was the first skyscraper in Europe, and you can enjoy breathtaking views from the viewing platform on its top. Number 7. Texel. If you look for beautiful nature and lovely Dutch villages, visit Texel Island. The island has over 30 kilometers of sandy beaches. The island's most recognized landmark is Ireland Lighthouse, which was completed in 1864. Climb 118 steps to its top and enjoy sensational views from its viewing platform. In Texel Island, you can even see seals living on the mudflats. Don't worry, they are not difficult to find. There are a few sandbanks where a large number of seals live during the whole year. Make sure to keep a distance in order to not stress them. It is said that Texel has as many sheep living on the island as inhabitants. It is pleasing to watch the sheep and lambs grazing on the pastures. Visit also the fishing village of Aldeshild and its harbor filled with fishing boats. You can take a trip from here to shrimp fishing or spot seals from a different perspective. Another worthwhile attraction is the Maritime and Beachcombing Museum, Flora in Denburg. You can see an incredible collection of objects which have been washed up on the beach of Texel during the last 75 years. You can reach Texel Island easily from Den Helder by car. Take the ferry, which leaves every hour and takes only 20 minutes. Number 8. Hague. A top starting point for travelers is the Binnenhof, the center of Dutch politics. It belongs to the oldest parliament buildings in the world, still in use, and its most impressive part is the Knights Hall. You can take a guided tour and admire its interior. For art lovers, there is the Mauritshuis, which is a home to hundreds of Dutch Golden Age paintings, including world-famous Vermeer's Girl with the Pearl Earring. Inside, you can admire the masterpieces of such painters as Rembrandt or Rubens. Step into the history of the automotive in the Lauwman Museum. It dates back to 1934 and contains over 275 historic and classical cars, including this luxurious car, formerly owned by Winston Churchill, original James Bond's car from the film Goldfinger, or this Swan car from 1910. Do you want to discover the most beautiful places in the Netherlands in just a few hours? Then visit a miniature theme park, Medora Dam, which combines amusement park, historical heritage, and world-class nature. This interactive park was opened in 1952 and is a great place for visitors of all ages. This is the most popular seaside resort in Holland, named Scheveningen, located only 5 kilometers from The Hague. It contains lovely beaches, a number of pavilions and restaurants, and 42-meter-high Ferris wheel, which you can board and enjoy unparalleled views of the city, the beach, and sea. You can even have a lunch, dinner, or high tea in one of its 36 closed gondolas. Number 9. Gouda. The Netherlands is famous for its cheese, and the most popular Dutch cheese comes from Gouda. Visit the central square marked, where you can find Gouda's Cheese Market, where the local farmers have been selling their cheese since 1198. It is held every Thursday morning from April until the end of August. Visit De Waag, historical building completed in 1668, in which cheese products were weighed before they were sold. Today, it is a home to a museum depicting a history of Gouda's Cheese Market. Another attraction, which is also located on the market square, is the impressive Gothic Town Hall, completed in 1450. On its wall, you can find a chime, symbolizing the granting of the town right to Gouda by Floris V, Count of Holland. Gouda is an extremely walkable city. Take a seat in one of its cozy cafes and taste syrup waffles. They are delicious. Number 10. Amsterdam. Welcome to Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, and one of the most romantic cities in the world. A top starting point for travelers is Dam Square, where you can find a number of impressive buildings, including the Royal Palace. Originally built as a city hall in the 17th century, you can visit its interiors and admire 34-meter-long and 25-meter-high Citizens Hall, as well as a number of representative rooms, including bedrooms. Amsterdam is a heaven for all art lovers. The most popular museums are Rijksmuseum, established in 1798, Inside, you can admire a collection of Dutch and international art spanning throughout 8 centuries. Other must-see museums are the Van Gogh Museum, where you can find the world's largest collection of artworks of this Dutch post-impressionist painter, and also the Anne Frank Museum, where you can visit a house in which this Jewish wartime diarist was hiding with her family during the Second World War. We recommend buying tickets in advance as they are often sold out. If you like picnics and barbecues, or just want to relax, visit Vondelpark, Amsterdam's most popular park among locals, as well as tourists. It was opened to the public in 1865, occupies 47 hectares, and you can visit it in Dutch style, by bike. With more than 100 kilometers of canals, Amsterdam is the most watery city in the world. Combined with its picturesque bridges, it is impossible not to fall in love with Amsterdam's cityscape. We recommend taking one of the canal cruises. It is such a romantic experience. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more in the future, leave a comment, give a like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.